Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cynthia Patrick, and I have been dying to literally make this video for a very long time now. So I noticed that there are some habits that we have that are very toxic, but we don't know that they're toxic. Like, we don't have an idea if they are even there, for a matter of fact. So now here are some 5 toxic habits that have been keeping us stuck for a very long time. One question that I always tend to ask myself is, what do I want the best version of me to look like, and how do I get there? Now, will the best version of myself, who has a successful business and multiple streams of income, who have a perfect life and everything that she wants, I mean, there is nothing like a perfect life, but with the best version of me who wants all these things, be sleeping or be on bed till 10-11 a.m. or watching random series on TV every night and partaking in some nonchalant gossip that won't take me anywhere, instead of reading insightful books that will be helpful to my growth and my understanding to a better life. What would the best version of me do to be able to have like a very comfortable life without all these random toxic habits? So today I decided to share some 5 toxic habits that I've been working on in order to become the best version of myself. And the first thing we're going to be talking about is 8 hours of sleep no matter what. One thing I've noticed, and I know this is not just me, but the thing is, I have been paying so much attention to my work and my phone, which isn't so much healthy to the kind of lifestyle that I want to build, or we all want to build. When we don't get like sufficient 8 hours of sleep, it weakens our immune system, and most times it even affects our decision because your brain isn't given enough time to rest. And we all are human beings. No one is like a robot or a machine or anything. Our brain needs rest sometimes, and when our brain don't get enough rest, it weakens everything. I mean, it affects everything, the way we think, our decisions, the way we do the things that we do. I mean, sleep is literally very important so that our mind and our body can recharge and rejuvenate. So one of the habits I'm actually working on right now is making use of the alarm clock at home instead of the one on my phone, because all these digital devices can be so powerful. I mean, the metadata keep on feeding us information upon information that we're not asking for, and it makes it so easy for you to get addicted. For example, in the morning when I wake up and I'm like, okay, when my alarm beeps, I'm like, oh, the first thing, I'm trying to stop the alarm and I'm seeing notifications on my phone. Guess what? I'm gonna check it. Yes, I'm gonna check it, and that will make me, my phone will be like the first thing I will always check in the morning. Looking at your phone like first thing from sleep, you're waking up and you're going into social media like first thing in the morning. I don't think that is healthy at all. For me, it is not healthy, and I wouldn't advise anyone that is healthy. It isn't. At least give your body, give your brain some time to probably wake up and just rejuvenate and be yourself before going into the social media world. If you ask me, I believe that our gadgets are one of the major reasons when it comes to sleep deprivation. When I was a little girl, my mom would always be like, once it's 10 o'clock, switch off all your phones and your laptops so that your brain can rest and you can go to sleep, so that you don't dream about what you saw on the media and all that. And I never really did understand what she was saying or the angle she was coming from. But right now, I'm getting to understand everything, and I'm seeing how harmful those things that I was doing was to me. Or should I say is to me, because these days I still do that a little. That's why I said some of these habits are things that we do, and we don't even know. We just think it's normal. We just press our phone. We'll be on our phone till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I mean, it's okay if you work in the night and you know you're working and all that, or you're a blogger or something, I don't know. But doing that just for fancy, just catching up on stories and all that, can be quite detrimental. But you know what? I'm not going to go deeper into it. I have a whole video on that, talking about the gadgets, how it can affect our life and everything. On the video or the link you see above you, I'm going to leave the link here or here. So make sure you click on that link when you're done with this video. Now, the second toxic habit that I've been keeping us stuck that I want to talk about is prioritizing other people's need over our own. If you're a first child, you can relate to everything I'm about to say in this section right now. You can totally relate, because I can relate, and I'm going to give you a little insight on that. So in my family, I am the oldest, like in all the kids, all the children. And I must tell you, that isn't easy, because as the first child, there's this unspoken expectation that you have to put other people's need before your own. I remember one certain time when one of my siblings was sick, the rest were still little, and my parents spent so much time taking care of them. I ended up taking so much responsibilities, like helping clean the house, helping with the meals, even staying in my mom's shop, because no one was in her shop, so she needs me to stay in the shop so that she can take care of my other siblings, and also comforting my siblings when they needed it, because I was literally the oldest, so I need to be there for them. It was challenging at times because I also have my own needs and wants. I also need someone to take care of me. I also need to be a baby, but I can't, because I have other people who need that attention more. But though I know that being there for my family was really, really important, especially at that time. I mean, this went on for a long time, and I realized that it's not really that bad to prioritize other people, but not at your own detriment. But when you learn to balance both, that's the key to being supportive at the same time, having a happy life. There is this popular saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. And that's the simple truth. You cannot fully love someone if you don't love yourself first. And that's why I see some people, when they're in a toxic relationship and they see their partner is beating them and all that, I'm like, this person wasn't properly loved. He wasn't loved properly. That's why he can hit a woman, or he can do things that he's doing to you, or even in relationships and all that, because you can't be in a relationship with someone who is not in love with themselves and you expect that person to love you. Like, you can't give what you don't have. You can only give what you have, and that's on period. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. I mean, one thing about me is that I can't go into a relationship or a friendship with someone who is not like confident in themselves, who doesn't love themselves, who doesn't appreciate themselves. Because if they don't do that, if they're not like that, I don't expect them to treat me the same way. People only treat you the way they treat themselves, the way they want to be treated too. So self-care is really, really important, because most of the time we just notice that we've been pouring and pouring into other people, forgetting to pour into our own cup, into our own heart, into our own mind. In some cases, this phenomenon can be referred to as people pleasing. Most of the times, it's not like you're really, really aware that you're pleasing people, but you're just doing it because that's who you are. You just have that goodness in your heart and you're just kind like that. But indirectly, from someone viewing it from an outer post, you are a people pleaser. And no matter how you please people, they will want more and more and more. They always want more and more, and it's never enough. That's the bitter truth. Whether it's your family, your relative, your cousins, your friendship, your partners. But honestly, only when we feel more secured and have that love and happiness in ourselves, only then can we genuinely take care of others to the extent that they desire to feel loved. And the third thing I want to talk about is depriving your body of the nutrients it needs. Guys, listen up. I mean, this is a very toxic habit that the fact is that we don't know that we're doing these things. You see this particular habit? I want to break it this year. There was a time when I used to think that eating healthy was having salads and all these nice, food designs on my food. I didn't realize that eating healthy also have to do with balancing your diet. Oh my God. So we have three main classes of food: the carbohydrates, the protein, and the fats. And they all serve different purposes. The carbohydrates give us energy, and some of the categories of food in this section is the grains, fruits, and the veggies. Protein helps with growth and repair, and some of the foods you can find in this category is meat, fish, beans, and nuts. Yes, and this helps to build our tissues and our muscles, whereby the fats are very important for things like insulation and protecting our organs. And you can find foods like avocado, oils, and nuts in this category. So balancing all this food is really, really important, as you can see, because each one plays a vital role, and it helps to keep us healthy and our body functioning properly. You see, this healthy eating habit is really, really important, again, because it's really important for our skin and our health. I see some people buying products upon products. They'll be like, why am I not glowing? Why is my skin not shining? Like, I have to wear makeup out. I can't go out with my bare face because my skin isn't glowing. Sis, bro, you are not feeding that skin from the inside. You can use all the whole products on earth. Kylie B, Kylie this, Kim Kardashian this. You can use all the whole products on earth. But if you're not feeding that skin from inside, it's not gonna glow. You're only wasting your time and your resources. Even when it comes to health, sometimes when we eat healthy vegetables and fruits and all these things, it prevents the number of times that we're supposed to go to the hospital or we're supposed to get sick, because it's building our immune system gradually inside and it's making us more stronger. That is why eating healthy is really, really, really important. I cannot emphasize enough on the really, really important aspect. Honestly, I really want to pay conscious effort to this, because sometimes you will just notice that in a week will go by, there is no vegetable in your meal, there is no proper protein, there is no carbohydrate. You just, I don't know, you're not like balancing the food. We all do this. I like to not be like I'm the only one on this table. We all do this unconsciously and consciously. We don't even know when we're doing it, and we just eat random foods and thinking that, okay, this is healthy. Why you're not eating healthy? I don't even want to go into details when it comes to all these ingredients or some of the oil that we use to prepare our food. I don't know. I feel like it should have a whole different video on its own. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is indulging in a lifestyle of instant gratification. I mean, everything about the society that we live in nowadays is designed in a way to keep us or keep on offering us that instant gratification. We now live in a very fast-paced world where everything is available to us at our fingertips. For example, if I want to order for some food, let's say I'm hungry right now and I want food, all I have to do is just lay on my bed or sit here with my phone and just go to the website and order for some food, and in a few minutes they're at my doorstep waiting. The same thing with when it comes to ordering for anything online in any part of the world, whether it's gadgets, whether it's clothes. For example, Fashion Nova and some other brands, they are not in Nigeria, they are not in Africa, but it is easy for me to get it. In fact, if I want express shipping, I can get it in like 48 hours. That is how easy the technology has made everything to be for us. We are constantly surrounded by opportunities, and social media plays a big role to this. Another form of instant gratification is all this social media likes, comments, notifications. I mean, when you hear the ping or the boop of the whatever notification in your phone, I mean, it has a way of, you know, releasing this dopamine rush in you, and you feel so good about it. I'm like, oh, who likes my picture? Who did this? Who did that? And it gives us this instant validation or gratification. So all these things I'm saying, you see how easy it is for us to just become lazy and just wait for things to just fall in our hands or in our fingertips or just get whatever we want. These things that I just mentioned can affect us mentally without us knowing, because we will forget that we need to actually put in that hard work in order to see changes in our life. For example, we want to put in work when it comes to self-confidence. We want to build that self-confidence, we want to build our self-esteem, or want to just do something about our life goal and our life opportunities. And we are just so lazy about it because we're so used to everything just falling at our fingertips or getting everything easy. And we think it's going to be that easy. I know how easy and tempting it is for us to seek for that instant gratification. But I want you to also know that true fulfillment also comes from delayed gratification. And also putting in more effort for those long-term goals that we want to achieve, you know, the self-esteem, the confidence, the things that we want to build morally and all that. Putting in hard work will make us see changes. We shouldn't just relax and say, oh, I'm going to start eating healthy tomorrow, I'm going to start doing this tomorrow, I'm going to start doing that tomorrow, because we're so used to everything coming easy for us. We need to put in hard work in order to see those changes. So one habit that I'm intentionally trying to build is finding a way to balance between enjoying those conveniences of instant gratification while also being mindful of the bigger picture and working towards my long-term aspirations. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is letting go of the negative self-talks. Honestly, this is one powerful habit that can hinder our personal growth. Apart from that, negative self-talk is very detrimental to our overall well-being and our mental health. And yes, I do this a lot. Sometimes I find myself saying some negative things to myself consciously and unconsciously. For instance, whenever I post a video on YouTube and it doesn't get as much views as I expected after taking my time to film and edit, and I post and I see 1 like, 1 view. I mean, I'm like, what's going on? I start wondering if the algorithm hates me, or if my channel is always going to be like this. Like, what is happening? Like, maybe YouTube hates me or something. Or maybe sometimes I catch myself saying something like, oh, maybe people don't like my videos, they don't understand the way I think or what I do, or maybe I'm not good enough, my videos are not good enough. And whenever I think like this, I notice that it affects me a lot. It does really affect me, because the way I think, I become so nonchalant. I don't even want to post anymore. There is no zeal to, you know, pursue my dreams and do what I want to do, because I feel like, oh my god, I'm not going to be successful at this, I'm not going to do this, this isn't for me, this, that. I just fill my brain with so much negativity. Guys, how we speak to ourselves greatly impact our self-esteem and our overall mindset. If you notice, sometimes if you keep saying something to yourself like, oh, I'm like this, I'm like this, I'm like this, I'm like that, you start becoming like that. That is why when there's, for parents who just have babies new, that's why they say speak faith into your kids, speak good things into the people around you, speak faith into your children, speak good things, like affirmation, keep on affirmating it, because anything you say with your tongue repeatedly, you start gravitating towards that side. If you keep on saying negative things about yourself to yourself with your own tongue and your own mind, and you keep on showering yourself with so much negativity, before you know it, and before you say voila, you have started gravitating towards it. Because the more we do all these things, the more we keep on hindering our own progress by our own self. Taking care of our physical, mental, and overall well-being is very crucial for becoming the best version of ourselves. Let's learn to practice self-compassion and positive affirmation. These days, when I catch myself thinking something like, oh, people don't like my videos, people don't do this, they don't do that, I tend to just relax and say to myself, Cynthia, you are a new creator on this platform, so you need to relax, give it time, and the right audience will gravitate towards me. I mean, I have everything to offer. Is it beauty? Is it intelligence? Is it whatnot? I have everything to offer. They haven't found you yet, so relax. And when I'm saying these things, I don't just say it, I believe it, because it's the facts. So my dear, say with me, from now on, I am going to be more positive and less negative. I am going to be positive in every situation I find myself in, whether bad, good, or not so good. Everything is going to work for me. The universe is going to work for me. Say that with me like you mean it. Say that to yourself every morning when you wake up. Say that to yourself whenever you feel down. Say that to yourself whenever you want to give up. And baby, rise up and keep doing you. Keep being you. Nobody's going to do that for you. Nobody's gonna be there for you. You have to be there for yourself, because in the world we live in today, sometimes when people find out that you're weak in this certain area, they stumble on you, they work on you. So you need to be strong. I say this to myself too, because sometimes I let emotions get in the way and I'm just like, oh. But I just say to myself, Cynthia, you need to be strong. You need to believe in yourself. And it keeps me going, like just saying it to myself and believing in it. It keeps me going. It just has a way of elevating me mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Most times too, I feel like surrounding yourself with people who talk down on you or people who don't see good in anything that you do, they even find you terrible for existing. Like when you surround yourself with people who are constantly putting you down, you might not feel good about yourself. You start gravitating towards their mentality. But when you surround yourself with people who are very positive, uplifting, and supporting, I mean, that is everything. Like the saying goes, surround yourself with people you want to be like or people you want to be associated with. Nowadays, I don't even have like a lot of friends like I used to have way back, because I am now very, very selective with the people I allow into my space. I am very picky. I am very, very picky, because you're coming into my life or I'm coming into your life. Like, what are you bringing? What are you bringing into my life? It might not be finance, or it might be finance. It might be morals. It might be like, oh my God, I love the way you do your makeup. It might be, I love the way you act. I love the way you handle your emotions. You have to bring something to the table when it comes to friendship, relationship, morally, financially, educationally. What are you bringing? What are you associating with? And most importantly, you have to be that person for you to be able to even recognize that these are the kind of people you need to associate yourself with. So these are one of the things that I'm just like paying constantly effort in this year, because I want to change myself. I want to change a lot of things, and I am not in this alone. We all can do this, okay? So goodbye to that negative self-talk. Out of the window. Bye. I am no longer going to be associating with negativity. Please, positivity, come inside. One of the best ways to actually build a healthy habit is through constant repetition. If we can pay closer attention to ourselves and observe those toxic habits that have been hindering us from achieving a very fruitful life, then we can know that, yes, the first thing is to be aware. Some people, they have problems, they don't even know that, oh my God, this is what is wrong with me. They're just living through it like it's a normal thing. But the moment you acknowledge it and be like, okay, I'm actually doing these things, like the negative self-talk, I acknowledge it and I'm like, yeah, I do this a lot. I say bad things to myself. How can I change it? I mean, I'm aware and I want to change it. That's a step. None of us are perfect. I'm not going to sit down here and lie to you that, oh, I am perfect. I do this. I am this. I'm this. Everything is just perfect and rosy. None of us are perfect. Even the most perfect person you think of right now isn't perfect. Even perfect is not perfect. So I am ready to give myself that patience, that grace when it comes to achieving all my year's resolution. Identifying and addressing these toxic habits can really pave way for our personal growth and also achieving all that we want to achieve and becoming the best version of ourselves for this coming year. This year has actually been one of the best years for me. I mean, all the realization and the manifestation. I got married this year. I passed one of the most amazing and important exam in my life this year. I mean, I am currently witnessing a life-changing circumstance, if I must put it that way, happening to me right now. And everything is happening this year, I mean. And all these things are the things I was saying to myself previous year, the last other year, that, oh my God, I need to achieve all these things in 2023. And it happened. And I'm like, how? So guys, you know, on this channel I tend to carry you guys along with me to every destination. So if you want to know how I manifested my dream life that I have right now, click the link you see on the video, and I'll see you on the next video.